Hello everyone, this is Mr.Fahrenheit, and it's been a while since we talked, so I wanted to give you an update about where I am, what I'm doing, and kind of like a few news on my side. So I haven't been playing the game almost at all. If you see, like, even from my arena, it's all defense. I'm not playing hero trials anymore, and probably like just snipe here and there just out of boredom. HH, I'm like just doing few hits and take whatever score that comes in. Infinity War, similarly, I just do that and I don't even spend gems anymore. My 3 hits and that's it. And the reason behind that is, of course, the game has become an extreme grind. A lot of RNG, a lot of repetition. Devs haven't been spending much time on the game, and they actually just pure suck. They're really bad. There isn't much that they're trying to innovate in the game, and even when they try, they fail miserably, and we end up with a lot of bugs and complaints. And they release a troop, you spend months saving, and then you spend all of your resources on that troop, and then they screw it up and continues, and they're not even trying to be a decent humans. So on the other side, it's not like I'm lacking troops or anything. I've accomplished all I need to accomplish. I won arena, as you can see. I've done third in hero trial. I have top 10 in HH. I have top 50, top 100, depending. There isn't much. It's boring to keep doing the same exact thing. Of course, for those who are continuing the game, like, I'm super proud. If you look at Rage, he won arena twice in a row right now, and like, he's insane. This is just a different human, different beast over here. 7 arenas, multiple HH championships, etc. But I'm not really any more interested in continuing, I guess, unless like we see some major change. That is not one more hero or one more new troop. Like, we need something that is drastic. Meanwhile, I have been spending my time playing a completely different game, and it's called Whiteout Survival. It doesn't require that much time. So, for example, even if you want to, like, you have your uh, buildings here that are like actually doing the farming for you, where like if you want to do farming in Art of War, you end up spending so much time and effort, so much time and effort. And Whiteout Survival is actually really fun. You have so many modes, and like, for example, if I want to farm right now, I literally just all right, I'm needing, for example, iron. I will go and just gather iron, and then I will deploy it, and I will have the iron I need when I log back in. There's absolutely nothing I need to do more here. So just to give you like kind of what is the parallel between Art of War and this game over here. You have very similar modes in general, and for example, you have arena. Arena here is fairly simple. You have 10 hits a day, I mean technically 5, and then you buy with gems a few more. And I will show you, you don't even need to play it. Like, here's an example. So I want to attack right now with the 10 hits, and 1 win, 2nd win, and I don't even need to continue. It just says, like, it's very similar to our hero trial, but it doesn't require you to grind. It doesn't require you to be up and running and worried and whatever. Like, none of that matters anymore. And for someone who's like on my side, I'm making sure like I'm paying attention to my family. I'm spending time with my family more, with real life, etc. I don't need a game that is live for me, where I have to come up with formations every month and they change something, RNG, blah, blah, blah. It's just got way too boring. And over here, I really barely spend any time. I come in, I might actually just launch a few here and there for mining or gathering resources. lost, and up in second. We'll wake up later and we'll see the results. But in reality, like even for example, you have the island in Art of War, and this is your island in Art of War, or your territory, and you just build it, and that's it. Decorations, and there's no value whatsoever. Now, let's compare that into the island in Whiteout Survival. So the island here, actually, I mean, aside from like beauty and work and all of that, what you get in it is stats. You build buildings to improve your attack, defense, lethality, and health, construction speed, healing speed, training speed, etc., etc. And the game itself is based off of an alliance that lives. So this is my alliance. It's called Pro, and within the alliance, you live in a state, and the state lives in a world. And right now, our state is even occupied because we lost the war. And there's a war every month that goes on that you're trying to either win by preparing better or win the war itself when it happens. And then multiple states combine to in a zone, and the zone has someone who's even higher power, and they win it and become a tyrant. The storyline is amazing. The grind is real. F2P is misery, so we might need to spend a little bit, but per usual, your friend here, Mr. Fahrenheit, will do great. So I'm from this level on the top, total pet power. Oh, this dude took me on island prosperity, but it's very temporary. I'll take him back. Labyrinth is another tool, and you have variety of resources and heroes that you can work on. So, and for example, you need to have 5 heroes, and then you have that are leveled, and then you have a drill camp, and within this drill camp, all the heroes automatically have the same level. So I don't need to spend on dust and whatever. It's a hero leveling. And that allows you to keep updating new heroes without worrying too much. But what you actually worry about here is how can you apply gears. So for example, if you look at my gear here, I set it up, I keep upgrading it. It makes way more sense because I can unequip this gear, I can add it to another hero, and now this hero has much more power. And it continues on as I'm showing. It's much more fun, and you really don't need to do much. So many events in it. So of course, like you have the wheel. Right now we're going through the King of Icefield. I'm not participating in that. We have an Alliance Championship, which technically you have to do some form of troop deployment, and then they will run the simulation and see who wins. Defeat nearby beasts. So far I'm ranked 4th. We still have a day. I'll aim for 1. This one gives you resources, so you just need to hunt. The day we did the bear hunt, and bear hunt is a trap that you set in lions, and then you combine and run rallies and attack. This is what I gained in today. The whole idea here, every time you want to do something, you can either, so for instance, I can either attack, or if it's something that is stronger, I can create a rally. And you have something called Chief Stamina that's being upgraded. You have your Intel House that keeps giving you tasks. You don't need to do much, but these are all methods and ways to actually get more and more resources. So if you want to speed up, of course, there are methods of like deals and stuff like every other game. But even when they do a bug or any of that, the way they come back to you and apologize and like send you all of those resources just because they screwed up once is made the game fun. And of course you have a community that you chat with, and you have non-aggression alliances and like all of that, because eventually the method here is you have a game that is based on your city that belongs to an alliance that belongs to a state, and states will have wars, and then you have something called the Supreme President that will occupy your castle. We're taking it back, of course, this week, but So right now it's occupied by an invader, and we're taking it back on Saturday. It's much more laid back, much more fun. You have other type of events, Frost Mine, for instance. Today I also placed first in it, and it's just an event where you're trying to mine and attack and to attack miners. And it's, I mean, I might start posting some videos on it every once in a while, just because it's really fun, and when I have time, I love playing it. But at the same time, I don't need to worry about my resources. Look at an insane amount of resources I have today, and I barely just do anything. I don't need to focus on it too much. Of course, if you want to upgrade and be stronger and have the latest everything is insanely hard and you have to pay to play. But on the other hand, those states, for example, I just mentioned over here, are not all the same. So I will never, ever, ever work with those guys. Those are insane. They have different servers. They have literally like our states will not cross. There's absolutely no reason for it to cross. And whenever you create a new account, you can actually simply choose which state you want to be at. And they allow you to have even 2 characters per state. So right now I have 2 characters. I have my farm and I have my main. I have other servers. I can create a new character. I just enter my state code. What is this? On fire? I don't know. Maybe this is because it's new. I'm curious. So let's do it. Like I can just create a new character, and now my character exists, and it will go through the main simulation of the beginning, and it's kind of annoying, but it really doesn't matter that much. And within like 5 minutes, your account is set up. They're just teaching you about the game. I think they don't need to, if you're creating a character, they should just like do this and skip this whole thing. It's completely unnecessary. But for some reason they like to show you this is how you start the game. And they will, at the very beginning of the game, resources are really available and like easy to upgrade things. And of course, as you grow, it gets harder and harder. So, and again, the idea is like you're building a furnace. This furnace will keep upgrading, adding to your city, and the whole state becoming with technology. And then you have more and more abilities to do more upgrades. Then you have, with that, more tools, more power, tactics, and the like. And the simplicity of the game is really beautiful, and it requires some intelligence, of course, some tactics, but it's not about RNG. It's really about understanding simple things in the game. So anyhow, now in comparison, the amount of work that you have to put in, immediately gems, whatever, then you have heroes and the like, and the game is over. In comparison, if you're thinking about Out of War, the amount of time we spend on it, even if you just want to farm. Now it's like, I showed you farming here, I just click on it, I leave them, and I come back 7 hours later and the farming is done. Now if I want to go to Art of War, I have to actually farm. I have to do this insane amount of hours every day in order for me to collect points. And when I do, for example, like auto battle, I have 200 battles, and that's it. That's it. And like they're giving you pennies, and like everything is super expensive to even exist in this game. And trust me, I have all the heroes at 17. My stack is insane. I have my troop. If you look at what I have here, it's just insane troops, of course. Like my account is top notch in every possible way. There's a reason why I have all of those accolades in the game and winning a championship and the like. But if you want to run like a game of honor hunting, you need to try, I don't know, an hour to get a great score. And then if you are actually competing for Infinity War, you need to try another hour for a good score. Now, my group here is really low, but like I think 1.65 or 1.66 is the highest here. If you look at 6.6, yeah, like you need to spend hours relying on RNG to come your way, and that is a game is not life. You don't need to spend that much time. This is feedback to the devs, but for me, I am edging more and more toward this game. I might even post some videos about how to play it and why it's fun. I don't know why they're. Yeah, we had Crazy Joe events, so I don't think they need me. I need them anymore. So we had this Crazy Joe event where a bunch of thugs trying to attack your cities, and you reinforce each other so you can get more points. Of course, there is top of the state, which is fun always to have. Disappointing. We play second in it. Lions Championship just started. This is my team. And of course, we have a really strong team. You just gather, you just run I don't know. And the beautiful thing about it, to understand why if you haven't played it before, is really simple. You need to understand that there are three primary troops: infantry, marksmen, and lancers. And each has like their own kind of pros and cons. Infantry are strong defenders, and they're your tank. Lancers are your like short, kind of mid-range, and then your marksmen are your long range and highest damage makers. And there's kind of the sequencing of like lancers attack marksmen kill like your infantry kill lancers, and like you need to think about the ratios every time you're deploying. And of course you have accelerations when you attack. So I just want to show you, like, if you're for example here launching a rally, I can launch this rally right now. It costs me 25. Let's do it. And I can create a ratio however I want to, or like simply just deploy a ratio. So like mostly infantry, 20% here, 20% there. Or I can do 50%, 20, and just launch my rally. And then my team will start joining. I can even enable auto join because I want to join my team rallies when I'm not online and gather resources. And if a minute passes where no one joins, anyone who clicked on auto join, they will have that battle running. So we will wait a minute and see the results. Some people are playing Crazy Joe right now, like other alliances in the game. And the structure and like how you can actually build an alliance is a whole science on its own, which is very beautiful. So always try to join someone who, like, join a good alliance if you are interested in joining it. Of course, there are pets. Oh my God, I can't speak about like this game for hours and hours. There's so many things that are going on in this game. I really don't even like know where to start and end. Yeah, I just added pets. There's like war factories, and it's insanely beautiful and entertaining. And when the events happen, and when it's like just peace and quiet, like right now, you really just run some farming and like hit some monsters around you. Okay, so we filled it up, and right now, once the team arrives, so you see them arriving one by one, and you can really look at your rally detail, what you're getting via captain, what kind of skills are going to be activated, what kind of skills the rally joiners are adding to you, seeing it from rally members. Yeah, the game is freaking fun. That is the short of it. Now this is my whale status, my whale march. He will go right now attack this. Of course, we're gonna win it and get some additional resources and rank up a little bit. But one part that is really interesting in this game as well, and superbly fun, is yes, there's alliance, but you can also attack other cities and loot their resources, and it actually works. If you watch some videos right now on YouTube in this game, you will see insane amount of fun that's happening. The collaboration, the thinking, the strategies on how to like beat someone who's much stronger than you. And trust me, in those games that are designed to be pay to win, not even to play. Like pay to win. There's always someone who's stronger than you. So coming up with strategies to overcome that, or even attempt to overcome that, is really fun. Of course, you can try to look up for a state that is completely free to play, and you'll see you will see them on their Discord saying, "Hey, our state is free to play. Come in, have fun, enjoy it." And you can even join states. Of course, try always to join states that are kind of new, because every state has an age or a timeline. And so, for instance, you can see our state right now. It's like 94 days. Our server is like 94 days. 10, 13, almost 94 days old. And like if you join, you need to catch up with all of the top players in the state. And from top players, you have people like me, Zombies, and Ryan. Like, we're insanely powerful, and like, it's not that we're gonna attack you or anything, of course. It's just more like join state, and everyone in that state starts fresh from the same level. And that's another beauty of this game. And then cross state might happen, but when you are mature enough, and there's a lot of calculations that the Whiteout Survival team does, is mature, and like make sure that you're getting fair shot when you're competing state versus state, which is an event on its own that lasts for a week in competition between states. Anyhow, so there is that usefulness, and of course there are events that come in non-stop every day. And like, here's another thing. Here's a calendar of all the events that are gonna happen this week, so you can plan. Like, everything is predictable, no surprises here. You'll not be shocked with anything. They will not tell you, hey, troops are coming out in 2 months from now. No, there is a server age that you can literally find on Discord, and you can see where your server's at and what is going to come next. And like, they give you plus minus. But everyone knows what's happening in this game, and somehow we're all having fun and engaging in it fairly well. So I wanted to give you this update. Whiteout Survival versus Out of War. After playing Out of War for 4 years, 3.5 years, I will tell you one thing, my friends. It was, and until today, the only reason I am playing this game or like even opening it is because I have an amazing team in RGR, and I love my community there and their support for me. I was literally one of the first people to achieve 8K. I had a lot of great achievements in this game, so, but is it fun? Am I enjoying it? Not really. I'm just gathering resources every day and just ignoring it for now, until hoping that the devs get their heads out of whatever it is right now and come up with something that actually make their game worth something. As of now, if I have to rate, you have 1 out of 10 in here. I would say 7.5 out of 10 in here. So this is my update for you so far. It's been long. Hopefully you will hear from me again, not in very long time, but if you like the idea of this game, if you want me to upload videos on events and how to play them, you know my style. Over here it's different. Sharing is actually recommended, unlike in Art of War where everything has to be a secret. Over here you really don't need to have secrets. So let me know. I'll be beyond happy to share. And until the next time, I'll see you all. This was Mr. Fahrenheit after a very long time. Happy New Year.